Hey, Riddle here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a subscriber. I appreciate it. I got a really funny story to share with you, and it's kind of a bittersweet. So, I have a very ancient way about me, and though I find incredible value in the modern world and science, there's also this idea that never get too secure with the idea that everything's always going to be easy and you're going to be able to go to the grocery store and buy food and medicine and what have you. So I have one foot planted firmly in the natural world and one foot planted as firmly as it can be in the technological world. Now, that being said, this video is about wooden eggs. These beautiful wooden eggs are very affordable, and you can buy them on Amazon, have them delivered to your door in a couple days. And the value of the wooden eggs is that you put them in the nesting boxes for your chickens. And this can do two things. One, it makes the chicken feel like when you take the eggs daily, that her eggs are still safe, because they don't have the intelligence to know that those indeed are not their eggs that are missing. And so you can see here where I have them, and so they have more security to keep laying eggs, and they don't feel like they're getting robbed, and they'll continue using the nesting box instead of trying to lay eggs and hide them in other places. So that's the first value of the wooden eggs. They're really well made and really well painted. The second value is if your chickens start to eat the eggs for the shells and for the protein, what happens is when you mix the wooden eggs with your regular eggs, is that they will peck on them, and they'll realize they can't break them apart and they can't eat them, and then they give up and they no longer recognize the egg as a source of food. So these wooden eggs are a really good investment early on. Now, my ladies just started laying eggs 2 weeks ago, so I'm still getting the little pullet eggs because their reproduction systems aren't fully formed yet. But here's the funny thing. So on my property, I have several houses that I rent, and there's a young couple, and they've lived here about 2 years. They're nice, and they work really hard like everyone has to these days to survive, but they've never really, been into learning anything. They enjoy the benefits of the garden and the medicines and the chickens and everything, but they're, like a lot of people today, a lot of young people today, they just don't have any interest in growing their knowledge, past the obvious. So when I took the wooden eggs and I put them in the nesting boxes, which I have to put them back now, of course they went in to get eggs and had no idea they were wooden eggs. And so they actually took the wooden eggs out of the nesting boxes thinking that they were edible eggs, and took them into their house and tried to cook and fry them. So yesterday I found this box of eggs outside their door on the table for me to return to the nesting boxes. And I know they thought this was all about them, that I'd actually, put these eggs in as a joke just to fool with them, because occasionally I like to do that anyways, keep people on their toes. And but actually it was a functional thing, and it wasn't all about them. So I'm going to put my eggs that they tried to eat, the wooden eggs, because they're not very delicious, back into my nesting boxes so my ladies think that they're doing their job and their eggs are safe. So you got 2 wooden eggs in there. It's still early, so nobody's put out an egg yet. What do we got in here? 2 eggs here. We'll put a green egg in there. And I got 2 more eggs to go. We'll put one on this side, make them look like they're really productive. And that's it. A nice, clean, healthy nesting boxes. You can see, if you're wondering what that stuff is in the nesting boxes, if you haven't seen my other videos, if you have any kind of established herbs and garden on your property, you can take all of the leftover, or when you deadhead your lavenders, your mints, your lemon balms, your mugwort, your roses, and dry them. I have a big tarp that I dry it all on, and then I use that for nesting material. And it's very clean and it smells nice. It deters flies and other insects. And with the mugwort and some of your herbs, I believe it also deters some mites and other parasitic things that might get on your chickens. So it's a great free way to get nesting material and bedding for inside your chicken coop. And it's free. All it takes is a little time. Now, this is how I do it. It's really simple. You just have to make sure that you turn it every once in a while so it doesn't mold, because you definitely don't want mold. And of course, this has been a really nice, long, dry summer for us, so we don't have the cyclical rains that they have around a lot of other parts of the country here. But I just take a big tarp and I put it out on a big tarp, and I just keep throwing stuff on top of it really loosely. I don't let it get too compact. And every once in a while, just give it a little turn. But you can see all the beautiful dried, it's like a potpourri. And this was all free. This is all stuff I had to pull from the garden. And what I'll do is I'll just crush this up so I don't have any sharp pointed pieces so the chickens don't get hurt. And I'll break that up. And this is what I'm using now for nesting material, instead of, constantly having to buy straw or cedar chips. Although I do like to mix cedar chips into it. It all adds up. And chicken food's really expensive too. So that's it. So what I'll do after this dries thoroughly, and that's really important, dries thoroughly, is I saved a bunch of dirt bags, because it's really, the bags that the soil comes in is really thick. And also the chicken feed bags, the bags are really thick. And I save those bags, and I will compress this dried material into those bags and then put them away in the barn or the shed. So this winter, when everything's too wet to do this, I'll have all this beautiful free dry nesting material and chicken coop filler. Okay, that's it. Wooden eggs, it's a good investment, and they're not too expensive. You have a great day. Take care of each other. And remember, how we treat each other on the streets is our ultimate reality. Be kind to each other and go out into the world and create the kind of world that you want to live in. Don't follow people's poor examples.